Okay, this is a video again of the house from the front, but on a day that's much nicer. Have sun and clouds today. Rainy season's almost finished. This is the upstairs bedroom. It's the one that's separate from the house. You can see there's a balcony there. The doors are open because the housekeeper's here. She's airing the house out a little bit. The carport, where we'll keep one of the cars. There's another carport on the other side where we'll keep the other one. Let's see if I can get up here. This is a bit of a view of the balconies from the upstairs bedroom. Up top there is the view to the sala on the third floor. This is around to the sala on the first floor. Now, ordinarily, there would be a water feature here. This would actually be used as a pond. I was thinking about using it as a koi pond, but when the feng shui guy came, he said that there was too much water around the house, and so he suggested that this be about halfway filled in with dirt and turned into a rock garden. Now, that is certainly not my choice of what I would like to do, but in the interests of peace in the household, I have agreed to it, though it will be easy to reverse if anyone buys the house and wants it to go back to a pond. All they'll have to do is basically have the dirt removed. The pumps and the fountains and everything else will stay in place. Around to the other side here, this is the second entrance. This is the entrance. It's not as convenient to use, so we probably wouldn't use it that much, though we will leave one car probably in this area. We're actually also going to use this as our entrance, so what I might actually do is pull the car in and just back it up and leave it right in this space where it'll be out of the way. And even though it won't be covered, that's not really a very big deal to me. These are the windows and the small balcony of the second exterior bedroom. That's the bedroom that's actually separate from the house. You have to walk outside of the house to gain access to it. We won't be using that very much. We'll most likely be just leaving that closed. If we have guests, of course, we'll open it. But otherwise, I just want to keep it in as good condition as possible. The guest house. Here again, I don't think we'll be using the guest house too much. Once in a while, maybe if people want to stay. We need a lot of people to stay, I think, before we'd end up using it. We'll see what happens. This is around the side of the house. This would also be, the guest house area, the swimming pool that, again, we probably wouldn't use very much, if at all. It's kind of shallow, though, at least on one end. So I would imagine that the dogs will manage to find their way into it sooner or later. There's a nice deck area here. And this would be another entrance from the side that we probably would not use too often. On the side of the house, which is fairly plain, not decorated much, but again, we won't spend too much time here. And back around to the beginning of the garden area in the back. As you can see, there are some steps that go up here. The dogs, and I'm sure the cat, will be finding their way up here quite often. It's a little bit treacherous, so hopefully I won't fall down and break my neck trying to get them in, but I think we'll probably be okay. There's a bit of the sea view. This is near the entrance of the guest house. I'll zoom in on that a little bit. There's a better sea view from the third floor of the guest house and from the other side of the house, of course, but it's still a nice quiet spot. Okay, this will just be a quick video of the interior of the guest house. The lighting will be a little better than the first video that I shot. As you come in, just to the right is the kitchen. Very basic kitchen, 2-burner stove, small refrigerator, brand new. It doesn't look like it's ever even been turned on. Some cabinet space above and below. Basic table. The floor is actually kind of nice. They did a nice job with the tiles. With the black tiles divided by the long, thin, tan-colored tiles. And up the stairs here, that brings us to a living room / bedroom area. Bookcase, I guess a small bar area back here. A little bit of a storage space and a downstairs toilet, no shower, but that's all you need. Kind of a chaise lounge. Quite nice, comfortable sofa. I actually wish that this sofa was in the main house, but unfortunately it's the wrong configuration. The L goes the wrong way to fit properly in the living room, but I'll have to live with what's in there now. The floor tiles, I'm not sure if these are marble. They certainly have a marble look. And they do brighten up the room a bit. And there's a single bed in the corner. And I'm not going to open the shade, but I'll just take a quick shot here. And you already have a nice sea view from this area. And of course the shade opens here as well. Views out to the side of the main house. On the second floor is a really, really nice guest bathroom. Looking for the light switch. Let's see. I don't know where it is. Okay, there it is. A beautifully designed tub with stone tiling on the side. Really nice view out to the ocean, of course. Enclosed shower. A sink. Oh, there's me. And this is kind of interesting. A toilet enclosed by a glass door. It's got a wooden floor. I'm not sure how this floor has been treated or how well it would actually stand up to water, so I'm a little concerned about that. But the look of the bathroom itself is really, really nice. And there's, of course, a small storage space in the side. Some clothes, I guess, from someone who stayed here before. We'll have to do something about that. And on the third floor, it'll be dark when I open the door. The main bedroom. I'll open the curtains here, let a little light in. It's set up with a single bed and a king-size bed. So this could accommodate 3 people, no problem. If I had to, I could actually bring up an extra mattress and put in another single bed. Bathroom isn't much. It's a very tiny space, so basically all it has is a toilet and a small sink. Kind of a small space. But this is actually the best view on the property because we're at the highest point. And today being a really, really nice day, we have a much better view of what's going on here. It's a really nice view of Big Buddha. Again, what this area is named for. Oops, zoom out on that. Around you can see some of these smaller islands. Those islands are actually privately owned. There have been plans to build homes on them, but as yet there isn't anything there. And this is around to the side, a shot down onto the back of the house. Those are our closest neighbors over there. As you can see, really, except for this spot, you still have a lot of privacy. You can't really see in. Shot down to the guest bedroom swimming pool. That's the separate gate. The other gate opens down over along that side. and sort of Thai style roof of the house. Okay, and that is our guest house area. Okay, so now this is leaving the guest house. Every time I walk around, I keep noticing things that I didn't notice before. Like this small koi pond right here that already has a bunch of small fish in it. I actually never even noticed it. I'm actually surprised that I haven't fallen into it yet, but that'll hopefully be another day. Walking around to the front. Now, well, this is actually the carport. Like I said before, I don't think that I'll be parking the car in here very often, mostly because this is what we're probably going to use as our main entrance, even though there's an entrance in the back. Again, the feng shui guy recommended we use this one, so in the interest of peace, I'm going to use it. There's one interesting thing here. There is actually a gigantic, it's dark, there's a light I'll turn on, a gigantic storage room back here. I'm not sure how much of it we'll be able to see, but I could, I can stand up in it, no problem. And there is room for absolutely anything that that we might want to store. I mean, it's a tremendous amount of anything. There's decorative stuff down here. There's a big piece of marble. There's wood from some of the furniture all back here. This is a gigantic wooden bathtub, which I guess could be renovated. There's decorative stuff here. And an extra air conditioner, which I'm sure that we'll find a use for. So storage, which was a little bit of a problem in the old house, is not going to be a problem in this house at all. Well, this is a shot that I've taken several times before, but this is the nicest day that I've been here so far. As you can see, it's still a bit cloudy, but you have a much better view of the ocean. This is actually from the second floor. My back would be to the living room and kitchen area. That's the one bedroom on the left, and another bedroom on the right. The bedroom on the left is fully furnished. The bedroom on the right only has a TV. It doesn't have a bed or anything in it, but that would be pretty easy to set up. I don't even know if I'm going to bother. I might use it as perhaps a gym area or an office area. I haven't really decided yet, but there's no big rush on that. The view from the pool. And back towards the house. Okay, this is a shot just outside the master bedroom. I've taken this shot a few times before, but again, never when the sun was shining. This is a bit of a shot of the outside sala. Again, it's a very high Thai style roof, decorated in kind of a Thai Balinese style. This is the master bedroom, which you've seen in earlier videos. And this is a great spot, even though it's a pretty warm day today, because we're at a bit of elevation, at least what counts as elevation on Koh Samui. It's a little bit cooler up here. And I've got a much better shot of Big Buddha Bay. Really, really nice. And again, can't really be seen from any of the neighbors' houses, which is nice. It's nice to have a little bit of a private spot to be able to sit. And while I'm here, this is a quick shot of the outside of the neighbor's house. This house is also for sale, or is actually showing it to a prospective buyer right now. It's also possible that her father might buy it. We don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But it's also a pretty good deal. If anybody's looking for a house, let me know. And a shot down the outside sala. Again, the swimming pool for the main house and the guest house, and back to the main house area. This is a bit of the house from a different perspective. This, I guess, would be considered the outside front wall. Our neighbors are on the end of this road here. Just over the wall here, you can see the guest house. It's a pretty high wall. I would say it's about 8 feet at its lowest point, and as high as 10 feet at its highest point, so reasonably secure. You'd have to do a little work to get over it. The front of the house, I would open this gate to get a better view, but I do not have the key. The upstairs sala. I'm not sure what's in there. I'm guessing the filter for this pond feature over here. And there's a little retaining wall, and one nice thing is there's actually a pretty good drainage ditch. So no matter how bad the flooding might be, it's all going to roll downhill, and we shouldn't have any problems. And a bit of the top of the wall here. Around the corner. The name of this villa is Le Paradis, because they have a big stone carving with the name on it. I'll probably keep it, even though it's probably not the name I myself would have chosen, but that's just fine. Around here to the gate we'll be using as a main entrance. You can see that also has a Thai style roof. And right now, instead of opening it up to the car, I'll just use the gate that we use instead of pulling in. Overhead you can hear one of the airplanes. It's a little bit noisy, but that's okay. And we'll be coming in from this side. Okay, this is a shot of the wall on the left that separates our house and the neighbors. It's got some nice Southeast Asian style trees. I really like the stepped garden in the back here. I think it looks great. We don't have a lot of land in the back. That retaining wall at the top would be where our land ends, but because it was kind of built into the side of the mountain, instead of just leveling it, they kept it in a more natural way, which is really nice. And another thing that I've just noticed just now, which I've been wondering about, is if the house had any satellite antennas, and look at that, it has 2. So they're at least in a place where I'll never really have to notice them, which is nice. Back here, this would be ordinarily the main entrance, but as I mentioned before, the feng shui guy, who holds a lot of sway over one of us, I won't say which one, recommended that we use the other side of the house. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't use this entrance ever anyway, because I would always be parking in the front. So it was a very easy thing for me to agree to do. This is a shot with my back to the stepped gardens, and you can see this is the entrance to the downstairs kitchen, and over here is the entrance to the housekeeper's quarters and the groundskeeper's quarters. And it's nice in that it's completely separate from the rest of the house, so you're able to have someone live here and work here, but everybody still has their own private space. While I'm not crazy about having live-in workers, it's probably our best option for a maintenance and security standpoint. And also, it would be nice if we have someone to watch the dogs when we're away, so it looks like that's probably what we're going to do.